Okay. Well, hello, everybody. I'm Lisa Winker. I'm with Indiana State University. I'm their Chicago Regional Admissions Coordinator. And welcome to our mentorship meetup. I'm also the co-chair of the mentorship committee for IACAC. And we have wonderful, kind, lovely, beautiful Kristen Eaton here with us to do office chair yoga series. We have another date coming up next week, so we can hope that you join us there. Feel free to shut off your camera. We get it. You don't want necessarily everybody to see if they go back and look at the recording. So with that being said, Kristen, go ahead and take it away.
Great. Hi, welcome everybody. Thanks for being here this morning. And if you're new, you haven't joined us yet over the past 2 weeks, this is just 15 minutes of just some breathing and some very simple yoga that happens in the chair. And a lot of people think, oh, the chair yoga could be so easy, but it also could be very challenging. And it's also very healing because we have feedback for our body to be able to respond to sometimes. So just sit back and relax and enjoy. And as you sit back in your chair, try to bring the back just slightly away from the seat if you're resting in the back of the chair so that the crown of the head and the tailbone are all kind of in a nice straight line. We're just simply going to bring our hands to the top of our lap to begin and gently close your eyelids. And just find yourself coming into this space here and now. So a lot of what really helps our physical bodies and our mental clarity and our emotional well-being is learning to be in a state of awareness in the here and now. Oftentimes our mind is floating in the past or delicately or sometimes abruptly moving into the future with worries and stresses. And so allowing yourself to just settle into your seat here, the best way to drop into the now is just pay attention to your breathing. You just draw in a nice deep inhale through your nose. Then exhale out through the back of your throat. Again, a nice deep inhalation through your nose. Then exhale out softly through the back of your throat with pursed lips. Exhale. Then we'll do one more mindful breath together. Nice deep inhalation. And then exhale. So continue to breathe in that manner, just watching the breath, noticing what the breath feels like, and also kind of tuning in. What does your physical body feel like in your seat this morning? And just noticing where your thoughts are. Sometimes it's incredibly challenging to be in the present moment with all of the responsibilities we have to do in a day. And then also just checking in with your mental well-being. And it doesn't mean that we need to judge and make something right or wrong. It's just to notice and learn acceptance, recognizing that everything is temporary. And the more that we sit in the seat of awareness of this present time, we can be with some things that are sometimes uncomfortable and help kind of shift our perspective and shift our energy so that things become more peaceful, more harmonious for us, more with ease and steadiness. So we'll go ahead and blink open the eyes. And let's go ahead and inhale, reach your arms up nice and tall. Then we're going to hold the breath as the hands float down in front of the heart. And then we're going to exhale, send that breath out to share your energy with the space. And as you press out through your palms, really try to send the base of your palms away from you and curl your fingers towards you. And we're going to flip the palms and imagine as if there's something really heavy in your hands so that the elbows almost slightly bend. We want the shoulders to actually be away from your ears, and we want the side ribs to help us lengthen those arms up as we take that inhale. And then let the hands hold together as you hold the breath. And then exhale, separate the hands, stretch the arms out nice and wide again. Then one more time, nice deep inhalation, send the arms up. Hold the breath as the hands float down in front of the heart, and then taking the energy of your heart and just sharing it outwardly. This time, as you press through the base of the palms, we're going to try to flex those fingers towards our shoulders. And we're going to take fingertips to thumb and then push outward once again through the base of your palms and then fingertips to thumb. Then we're going to go ahead and press out one more time here. And keep continuing to press outward, curling those fingers so that you feel a nice stretch through the underbelly of your forearm. And from here, let your right arm drop down and just stretch the left arm up and over your ear. Just kind of notice what this feels like. Try to make your left sit bone heavy towards your seat. And then we're going to go ahead and let that left arm travel down, and then the right arm is going to come up and over. So we're trying to pay attention to what the body feels like as we move, not just going through the actions mindlessly. And then we'll go ahead and bring that right arm down. So now please take your left hand to the outside of your right knee, and then stretch the right arm up and try to press your outer right knee into your hand and your hands pushing into your knee so that it's stabilizing your right hip joint, thus giving you more ability to move the right rib cage up and over to the left. Then from here, we're going to come down, crossing over with our right hand to the outer left knee. The knee widens into your hand and your hand serves as a brake. That activates your outer left hip. Left arm is going to come up and over, and you might find like, oh, I'm not stretching maybe as far as I did when I just had my arms down to the side. There's a reason for that because we are stabilizing the hip joint, so we're actually moving through the side ribs in a more efficient way for our muscles. Then from here, we'll go ahead and lower that down. Inhale, take your arms up. We're going to exhale, twist over to the left side. Right hand now comes to the outer left knee. That knee still widening into your hand and your hand serving as a brake, and that's going to help you move the ribs. And then once again, inhaling, reaching your arms up, and then exhale, taking the arms over to the right. Then from here, we're going to come forward. We're going to separate our legs coming out kind of on a diagonal so that from your bony point in your hip, femur bone to your kneecap to shin bone to your toes, we're going to go ahead and take the left arm to the inner thigh. So a lot of what we're trying to do in yoga are these opposing forces of energy coming together to bring us balance. So you want to feel your left inner thigh hug into your left forearm. Then your forearm's trying to push the thigh away, and those 2 points bring a steadiness so that we have ease as we bring that right arm up. And you could stretch the right arm far back if you like. You can even kind of curl it slightly forward. So just kind of pay attention to what your body is needing. Then we're going to switch sides. So let's go ahead and take that right arm down. Right inner thigh hugs in tightly to your forearm. Your forearm's trying to push that leg away. And then that gives us stability to move through that left rib cage as you open up your left shoulder. Then we'll go ahead and bring that hand down. Bring the legs back in together. We're going to go back, and I'm going to kind of do a side view here so you can see. This is really good for many of us who are looking down at a computer or on a phone a lot. A lot of times what we think we need is a stretch, and we actually need some strengthening so that something else lets go. So this is going to strengthen our upper shoulders a little bit, or pretty much the neck, so that the rest of the upper back will relax. So we're going to be taking the arms up nice and tall. Then the tops of the hands are going to come together and touch. You're going to let those hands float down the back side of your head, and then when they don't want to touch anymore, you're going to go ahead and separate and let go. And we're going to go ahead and come back up again. Tops of the hands together, let the hands float down the back side of your head and just let go. There's also a lot of power in learning to let go and to surrender. Tops of the hands come together, let the hands float down. So you want to refrain from kind of doing a little turtle head or letting your head drop down or push forward or back. We're just going to keep going with this cycle, and you're probably going to feel your shoulders fatigue a little bit. But that's a good thing. Those are the muscles that we need to support the head when we are looking down at our computers or our devices. We'll do 2 more rounds of this. Getting those shoulders nice and happy today and those side ribs. Then last one, we'll go ahead and come up, and then we'll take those hands down. Then from here, we're going to go ahead and just kind of roll the shoulders a little bit. You can even take your hands to the shoulders and roll your elbows back if you'd like to, and then we can go ahead and take them forward. So the last thing we're going to do together before we kind of have a little closing is we're going to stretch those hips that we're sitting on all day. So please take your right foot, cross it over the left leg, right above the knee. Then you're going to take your right hand to the top of your right knee, and your left hand is going to come to your foot. We always want to imagine that our feet are on the ground. So if your feet were pressing into the ground, that right knee wouldn't be going away from you that much. We have to anchor. So push your right foot into your hand, let your hand be that brake. And then at the same time, we do need the knee to move over to the right. So you're going to push your hand into your foot, but your foot's pushing into your hand. Your knee's going to push into your right hand, and your right hand's going to push into the knee. That's going to help you stabilize your seat. And then if that's going well, you could go ahead and bow down over that right leg. You can also stay upright, and as you're pushing in here, you hopefully are feeling a nice stretch through that outer right hip. Does intensify as we bow down a little bit. And then we'll go ahead and slowly come up, switching sides. Let's go ahead and take that left foot to the top of the right thigh. Right hand's going to be your brake for your left foot. And then that left hand can be to the knee. It also could be to the inner knee. We're also trying to kind of push that knee energetically down towards the floor. We call this a figure four. So if you were kind of looking at your leg, that shape would be a figure four. So finding that connection, you might find a little bit more of a stretch if you do push down into that inner knee. If sitting up is going well for you and you want to go a little bit deeper, you pull your belly button in and then bow down. Let your head be heavy towards your left calf. And then we'll go ahead and slowly come up. Please place your left foot to the floor. You could kind of scoop back into your chair a little bit, return your hands to the tops of your thighs and gently close your eyes. Settle into your chair without clenching. Just try to relax and let all of your muscles just soften. Muscles on your face, the muscles in your seat, shoulders gently falling away from your ears. And since yesterday was Valentine's Day, I'd like to do a little exercise with you here. I'd like you to, as you breathe, contemplate a small list of just a couple people in your life that you love unconditionally. I want you to imagine these people in your mind's eye, these people who bring much joy and add value to your life by them just being who they are. These are the people who you are there for them to support and to help and to listen to be their biggest cheerleader. And sometimes they might piss you off until no end, but you still just love the person, the soul that they are. They add value to your life by just them being them. Feel the sensations of that unconditional love as you sit here and contemplate these people. Feel the inner smile that they bring to you. And recognizing that you would be there in a moment's notice if they ever needed you. To help listen, to share, to support, to inspire, to hold, and sometimes just to even hold stillness with them. Continue to feel those feelings of unconditional love. Feel a nice sense of warmth and appreciation and gratitude for their presence in your life. Then we'll go ahead and bring our hands in front of our heart as we bow down to that divine essence of our soul. And my question to you is, were you on your list? If you were not on that list, please place yourself there. It's important for us to nourish our mind, body, and spirit. It's important for us to love and honor who we are at our core. Even when we're upset with ourselves or sometimes disappointed, recognizing that everything is temporary. And the more we align with feeding our soul with goodness, the more we're able to go out and share our light with the world, contribute to the greater good of humanity, to the greater collective. So I appreciate you practicing with me today. Let us all bow to one another. Namaste. And I look forward to seeing you next week too. So thank you for being here. Have a great week, everybody.
Namaste, Kristen. Everybody else, thank you for coming. Namaste. And I'm going to extend a challenge to all of you to try to invite a colleague or someone within IACAC to register for next week. I have gone into the to the community, IACAC community, and I've put the registration there last night. So encourage them, copy that, send it to somebody, bring someone with. I don't know about you, but I just absolutely love having 15 minutes to try to gather ourselves and to take a minute to put ourselves before our jobs. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you, Kristen. We love you. And hopefully we'll see you again next week. Thanks so much. Bye, everyone.
Bye.